Hello, folks. It is Jacob Harkey once again. It is still February 21st, 2024, and I'm still not far from the Clara Shortridge Foltz Criminal Justice Center. Today has been an eventful day. Earlier, you may have seen me chatting with Aaron Smith-Levin as I shared some updates about DOA, whose charges were thankfully dropped, which many of us protesters who are friends with him were very happy to hear about. Now, another matter that may have gotten a little bit less attention is the ongoing questions about Jasiah Adler. Now, shortly after we left the courtroom and spoke just outside about the news that we were aware of relating to DOA, I decided to go back upstairs and go back into the courtroom that we were in to see what information I could get about Jasiah Adler. When I walked in, he was next up. Now, some of you may have seen me either on Doug's channel or on Leah and Danny's channel, and we've been getting information in bits and pieces, and I want to do the best I can to explain the information that I have right now. Now, I will say right off the bat, Jasiah's attorney spoke very softly. The judge even had to ask him, could you please speak louder? I don't know that the court reporter can hear you. I will acknowledge real quick, I see y'all saying in the chat, Streets is coming over and that people are being released soon. I'm aware that it was between 5 and 7 that DOA is supposed to be released at the corner of, which streets did they say? Temple and Spring, if I'm not mistaken. I'll really quick acknowledge, I have to leave soon. I don't know that I will be able to stay between 5 and 7. All my best to DOA if I don't get a chance to see him today. But I do have an appointment I have to get to in Orange County. Anyway, what I was able to find out about Jasiah, really quick to acknowledge, there have been a few different rumors flying around about Jasiah. Originally, a lot of us were hearing that Jasiah made criminal threats against Patrick Perry. This was also what I heard from DOA, what DOA said that he heard from Jasiah. I was able to get confirmation from the jail where he was being held that he was charged with criminal threats. What I was not able to get confirmation about was who they were made against. Today, I still did not get information in the courtroom about who the alleged victim of his threats are, but based on what I heard, it does sound like that's a high likelihood. There is a chance that I won't get information about who the alleged victim is in his case, because oftentimes when there is an alleged victim of a crime, they tend to be John Doe or Jane Doe. Tina Palmer says Perry is, yes, Patrick Perry is the guy with the pit bull who attacked Aaron Smith-Levin when Aaron came into town. Now, what Jasiah's attorney said, and like I said, he was speaking softly, so I wasn't able to hear everything he said. But he did say that Jasiah is pleading not guilty. He said that Jasiah has been protesting against the Church of Scientology. He said, let me look at my notes. It all happened really fast, and I've been getting a lot of bits and pieces of information. But he said he was trying to negotiate with the judge that maybe Jasiah could be let out of custody and just ordered to stay away from the Church of Scientology and stay away from the victim, who, again, identity of the victim was not confirmed. Now, the judge turned it over to the prosecuting attorney, the district attorney, and the DA made some there was a woman. She made some comments about his alleged counts. This is one thing that was confusing to me was how many different counts he's being charged with, because she mentioned something about making threats near the Church of Scientology, and then she mentioned something else about making threats holding a knife outside of the victim's house, saying something like, my knife is right here, I'm gonna get you, something like that. Now, the judge cut off the DA and asked some clarifying questions, which the DA actually had some trouble answering. the judge asked, I want to get something straight. So you're telling me that there was an incident near the Church of Scientology and then another incident near his home? I'm not clear. Did he follow him home? Did Mr. Adler follow the victim to his home? And then the DA flipped through her papers a little bit. And then she said, I believe he lives nearby. So it sounded like even the DA wasn't totally clear. Now, the judge said that because of the nature of the allegations, threatening to kill someone with a knife outside their home, if that's true, it's very serious. So, in the best interest of the public, he will be ordered back into custody on $25,000 bail. Now, previously, I had seen $50,000 bail, but today I heard $25,000 bail in court. Now, before that was said, the DA tried again to negotiate and say, can we? What about if he goes on house arrest and he stays away from the churches of Scientology and stays away from the victim? And the judge did still order him back into custody on $25,000 bail. Now, I then made an effort to obtain copies of the transcript. I asked the officers who were inside the courtroom if that was something I can do, and they said no. I said, can I obtain the case number for Jasiah Adler? And they said, not here, but you can go to the second floor to the clerk's office, and they may be able to get you the case number. So go down to the second floor, ask them for the case number for Jasiah Adler, and they say on the second floor, we can't give that to you here, but you can search on the computers that are right outside. So I say, will it show up today if today was his arraignment date? They said, maybe not, but you can try. It sounds like, so I tried. I tried to search for his name, his first and last name, to see if I could get the case number on the court computers on the second floor. No luck. So then, my understanding is that information may be made available soon. And the other thing that they gave a piece of paper with information with the phone numbers that I can call in order to get more information, in order to contact the court reporter, in order to get the transcripts from that day. They said, I'll need the case number. So that's still something that I'm trying to track down that, as I understand it, I think I will be able to get in the next couple of days. I'm hoping that in the next couple of days, now that the arraignment is done, his case number will be available to search up if I can search his first and last name on the LA court website. Once I have the case number, I should be able to get into contact the court reporter, and then I should be able to obtain a transcript. So I want to make it clear, this is something that I will follow up about again. What I'm doing right now, I'm doing my best to update you with the information that I did have. Part of the reason that I wanted to do this is because I know that there's been a lot of back and forth. There's been rumors about what the truth is regarding Jasiah's arrest and Jasiah's charge. Initially, folks were saying that it had to do with threats against Patrick Perry. Then others were saying, no, that's just a rumor. It's actually about past stuff. Based on what I heard today, it does sound to me like this has to do with making criminal threats against Patrick Perry. They didn't say Patrick Perry's name, but they are saying that he made criminal threats against someone near the Church of Scientology who may have been affiliated with the Church of Scientology. And like I said, Jasiah's attorney was speaking very softly, but it sounded like he said something like the alleged victim made up false allegations after an arrest. Please don't quote me on that, because once I get the transcript, I'll be able to verify that with a little bit more certainty. So look out for another update over the next few days. Now, like I said, I mentioned this the other day. Some folks have reached out to me with some concerns about Jasiah's credibility. I understand now that he may have been involved in some less than pleasant interactions with other protesters over the last few months. I was not personally involved in those, and I have only been around him. I've spent a very limited amount of time around him. Based on what I heard in court today, his attorney mentioned he's been sober for 3 months. He's working. Sounds like he may have a troubled past, but I will say that I wish Jasiah the best in moving on from his troubled past, or having a better having better conditions moving forward. I'll say that. Because part of what I'm doing here, I'm not looking to bring unwanted negative attention to Jasiah at all. But this is just when I visited DOA in jail, DOA was really concerned with Jasiah's well-being, and I wanted to get that message out there. And I want to set the record straight and make sure that there's not misinformation floating around. Um, and I recognize that as I'm saying that, I still don't have all of the facts, but I wanted to share my observations, because the other folks who are with me, who I was sitting with when we were in there waiting for DOA's case to be heard, even though it didn't end up being heard, were not with me in the court. I was sitting by myself when Jasiah's case was being heard. So look out for more updates. It sounds like it's going to take a couple of days for me to get access to the transcript, but I do believe that after a few days, once I get the case number and I can contact the court reporter, I do think that I should be able to get it. I'm starting to see you guys say, Jacob Harkey, they are starting to do 7 releases out so far. Okay, like I said, I unfortunately don't think that I'm going to be able to attend I might not be able to stay. And apparently he can be released DOA could be released between 5 and 7 p.m. tonight. I don't think that I will be able to, I don't think that I'll be able to stay that long, because like I said, I have to get back to Orange County. All my best to DOA. The other update that I did get, you may have seen me talking about this on Leah or Danny's or Doug's live streams, because I chatted with them a little bit before I got back to my car. I needed to get my portable charger. My phone was close to dying. I called the lot where DOA's van is, 1015 Mansfield Avenue, if I'm not mistaken, or Mansfield, I can't remember if it's Avenue or Street. I'll clarify that information and make sure that it gets to other folks who will be in touch with DOA. As I understand, as they told me on the line, his charges, or the amount of money that he's going to have to pay, assuming that his registration is up to date and that he gets released today, which, as we've been told, he should, he will owe $677. Now, I don't think that I included his Cash App, unfortunately, in the description of this video. I've included it in past streams that I've done, and it's been promoted. It's been promoted all over. It's on his channel, DOA. So if you haven't already, and you have the means to do so, and you want to support DOA in getting the funds to pay that back, his Cash App has been advertised all over by lots of protesters. Those were the main updates that I wanted to share. I'm doing what I can to also keep an eye on the chat to see if there's any other questions I can answer really quick. Selfless Self says, Jacob Harkey, that court transcript is property of the public. Yes, and like I'm saying, I think it just takes a few days. I think that it's fair. It sounds to me like it's fairly typical that after an arraignment, it might take a day. It might take a day or so for the case number to become available and publicly associated with the first and last name of the defendant. So but I do believe that tomorrow I'm gonna be checking tomorrow. Believe me all. I wanna find out the facts as much as you do. So I'll look up his name again tomorrow to see if I can get his case number. If I can get his case number, then I'll contact the court reporter and do what I can to get the transcript. Because as soon as I can verify details in order to get the record straight, I'm gonna do what I can to do that. Anybody else that I can answer real quick? Oh, who is Doug? Anyone know his channel? Oof. Doug, as I understand, I think is more active on TikTok. Oh, if somebody can answer for sure. I want to say it's Doug or just Doug. One of those two. Oh, gosh. My apologies for not knowing for sure. Oh, who else am I seeing? Oh, fantastic. Thank you so much, Lorraine. Lorraine W. has put his Cash App in the chat. So if anybody wants to donate, check out that Cash App right there. Let's see who else has. Let me see who else I see on here. Just Doug is his channel. Thank you, Mr. Mertman. I appreciate it. All right. Do we know where he is coming out? What location? As I understand, it is at the corner of Spring, and Temple, which is right near the exit of the courthouse. And what time is it now, actually? It's 5 o'clock now, and he is supposed to be released between 5 o'clock and 7 o'clock. So any minute now, really. It could be any minute. It could still technically be a couple of hours. I will need to go. But I did want to check out. Excuse me, getting my words jumbled here. It's been a long day. I wanted to check in with you all, let you know what I have heard today. Like I said, expect an update over the next few days. As soon as I get more information about the truth about Jasiah, I want to get that out there. Lorraine W. Breathe. Yes. Oh yeah, that's always good advice to take. Yeah, I think a deep breath is what I needed. All right. Yes. I see Melsley says they are starting to release them now, but no DOA yet. Got you. Lori says, hit that like, guys. Thank you. A Filet says, question, any info on why it was dismissed? Not exactly. We asked the DA on the 17th floor, and we weren't really able to get a clear answer about that. I chatted a little bit with Aaron on this, if you look at the stream. By the way, Aaron and I only chatted for a couple minutes. I realized after I got off that stream that I exited the studio without ending the live stream. So it's a much longer live stream that really is mostly just Aaron talking. So that's something that I now know for the future, that if I don't end the live stream and I just exit the StreamYard studio, the live stream continues. So I just chatted with him for a few minutes. If you want to check out the first few minutes of that video, you can get some updates about what went on earlier with regard to DOA. Elaine M says, say Xenu. Sandy B says, drive safely. Yes, I will. Couple more. All right. It looks like that is about all I'm going to have time for before I do need to get on the road. Thank you so much to everybody who's been tuned in over these last few days. I really appreciate all of the support that I've gotten from you all. I really appreciate all of the mods who have stepped up to help me out with cleaning up, keeping my chat clean and respectful. And I'll be in touch with you all soon. Send my best to DOA. M says, do you have an email to contact? JacobAHarkey@gmail.com. If you want to reach me, I can be reached there. In fact, I'll probably make a banner because a handful of people have asked me, so I'll probably make a banner that I can put up on StreamYard. JacobAHarkey@gmail.com. Bumblebee says, hi, Jacob. I'm a friend of Jasiah's. I DM'd you on Instagram. Thank you for letting me know. I will be sure to check that out. I'll get to it as quick as I can. Like I said, I've got another place I need to be, so we'll see how much I can get to tonight. All right. I'm going to go ahead and... Are you going to stay in town till DOA gets out? I don't think I'm going to be able to tonight. All my best to him, though. I'll be in touch with him soon, I'm sure. Thank you, Mandy. JacobAHarkey@gmail.com. There it is. All right. I will talk to you all very, very shortly. I have no doubt that other protesters will be present in front of the courthouse live streaming so that they can greet DOA with a very warm welcome as soon as he is released. If I were able to stick around and be there with them, I absolutely would be. But unfortunately, life is life, and I've got another place to be. All right, I'll talk to you all soon. Thanks again. Have a safe night, everybody, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.